Verify Me is an impartial, user-friendly tool for citizen journalists to report news on the ground. It optimises verification of stories for the benefit of both the media outlets and the citizen journalists themselves. What we're talking to you guys for, what we're looking for in particular, is contacts in the media outlets, and then longer-term funding as well to get the app off the ground. Okay. Citizen journalism is a big thing at the moment, obviously filtering up through social media with stories like Syria and riots in Turkey and so on, with all sorts of reports coming through. How often, though, do we hear, say, from the BBC newsreaders, we've been unable to verify the accuracy of this story? It's a real issue for the news reporters, and an issue as well for people that want to get their voices heard. There are two sets of, if you like, pain, both at the bottom end and at the top end. Citizen journalists are looking for visibility, looking to get their stories out that they're passionate about, that they're seeing happening on the ground. Media outlets, on the other hand, are looking for verification of those stories, knowing that they're accurate, knowing that the people feeding the story are actually there at the time.
And that's where we come in. We created Verify Me, which is an app which provides a journalistic framework for citizen journalists to produce reliable content and, most importantly, verified content. By using prompts, guides and tips, we can guide the citizen journalists through the process of how a journalist would think when they're in the field. This improves the quality of the work, it increases verification, and it also means that they improve themselves as a journalist, which is what many citizen journalists would like to do. We pull in a lot of metadata, so if you just go back here. We pull in metadata which a lot of social media networks actually omit from their servers, and this is really useful for journalists on the other end to actually really easily cross-reference it to make sure that it is valid and it is a real source. We can also link to other users in the same geographical area and endorse other people's stories, which again is a human-to-human way of validating stories. So here's an example of how a story might be produced. So we have the user at the top, and we'd like to introduce a Verify Me score, which would be based on how many endorsements you get and the quality of those endorsements. We have the title and the location and the media output. And then here's the most important bit, and it addresses the who, what, where, when and why of journalism, which is lacking in Twitter, and it really helps to clarify actually what happened and splits it into the points of what happened, what went on. What we can do with this is cross-reference it with other stories in that location to see if there's any anomalies and see if there's any misreporting. And then at the bottom, the metadata will be stored there for media organisations to easily look and cross-reference those sources.
So, as a startup, I think we should have this problem of revenue streams. So, the main revenue will be, we're going to sell those stories to the big media and to the big media outlets. And so once you got exclusivity and once you got high value information, the media outlets will ask for that citizen journalism. Then we're planning to launch a pro version of it, so it will have extra curation. And then we're also planning in the future to actually give courses and trainings to citizens so they can become more engaged with the community and more about the citizen journalism. I mean, at the end, there's always appreciate the sponsors. And then how are you going to connect to the people? First of all, you need to divide the market into citizens who use the app and into media who actually is going to use the app and buy all that information. Well, reaching the citizens should be through NGOs and citizen groups and press publications. And reaching the media outlets, it should be to introductory offers, PR and wide services. So I think from our background, we truly believe that journalists really need to verify those tweets, to verify that information that comes out in breaking news and specifically in conflict areas.
Okay. So just to sum up then, Verify Me builds trust in citizen journalism for the benefit of both media outlets and the citizen journalists themselves. To get this desperately needed service off the ground, we're looking for contacts, particularly in the media industry. We have some very good ideas already at the grassroots level. And then also longer term, but not costed yet, funding to get the app off the ground. So we'll open for questions in a second, but Jake is just going to quickly run through how a prototype of how the app might look.
No, he's not. Thanks.